boom, boom. I will call you Betty. Gotta have my pineapple. And then, oh yeah, it's a big, oh crap. Cantaloupe. Peaches. Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk. This Monotalk show has been on since 2017, early 2017, around there. And it got back on the airways after several appeals that I had sent to Google or ABC or whatever, YouTube. And finally they brought it back on, which I was surprised because I had been taken off. Actually, 2 or 3 of my extra channels were taken off because I was trying to show everybody about Fluvid-19. I was trying to tell everybody about how Trump wasn't who most people thought he was. And then I was also trying to tell people to not take the vaccine. I was just doing whatever I could. Some listened, some didn't, but the algorithms, I call it the sentinels, you know, in the movie Matrix, they got these squid-like things that come by. They were coming after me hard. Because I was just showing everybody, you know, and I do have a populist view on stuff. I'm not big on the elites because people don't really know who the elites are. People think it's George Soros, but it's not. It's more of a society of people. It's a big club. George Carlin said, right? I don't believe Trump is in that group. I really don't. I've done the research. I've checked. If he doesn't like the World Economic Forum, he kind of panders to them, not panders, but he tolerates them, right? He's going to go in there or out there to, is it Switzerland where they're at, their base of operations is, and he's going to go talk to these people. I'm hoping he's going to say stuff that they don't like, which he somewhat did, in my opinion, back in 2021, somewhere. But he, you know, he's going to go and see what they have to offer and what they're doing, and he needs to understand that they don't like him. They hate him. When Trump said they're not after me, they're after you, I'm just in the way, those are his words. He's talking about the World Economic Forum. You know, if you go to my channel, right up there, that's what it says. What does it say right there? Every politician with ties to the World Economic Forum should be arrested on suspicion of high treason. Absolutely. They are all about divide and conquer. If the 99% continues to fight each other, that's you, me, neighbors, whoever, then we'll never defeat the true enemy, the World Economic Forum. Chatham House, G7, all these fucks, right? British Empire. They're all in this. Stopping their pawns of division. That's what I'm saying. But we're still seeing it. We're still seeing some crazy shit, right? I mean, here's a good one here.
Man, what are they doing?
What are they doing? They're climbing on the cars now.
It's never going to stop.
Not going to stop.
Oh my God!
They should have gotten arrested. It's never going to stop until they get arrested.
Which leads me always to, guess who? Our favorite Attorney General, Pam, doing absolutely what we don't fucking care about, Pam Bondi. Pam, but we don't really give a shit about Pam Bondi. And I'm going to show you what she's focusing on right now. Yeah, so it's just like, come on, where's your head at? Where's your mind at, woman? Right? We're just, and here's what she's doing, which I think is a good cause. You know, I mean, the DI thing, um, equity, inclusion, and all this other shit. That's always been around, but it's not the big topic. It's not. Excuse me. It's not the big. Problem. Yes, problem that we should be addressing. And I just showed you what the problem is. And the problem is she's not really doing much about it. She's focusing on, I don't know, what's she fucking saying here? Let me just see if I can. This is her X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Today, at the Justice Department, sued Minnesota for using affirmative action to hire for its state agencies. This is discriminatory DEI codified into bad state policy, and the Trump administration will not stand for it. Right? United States Department of Justice files lawsuit against Minnesota affirmative action regime from suing over sanctuary cities policies to a wide-ranging fraud investigation. Today's lawsuit is the Department of Justice. Let me just read the rest of this. I'm just going to go to it. From Minnesota complaints, federal lawsuits, fan body making higher based on a immutable characteristics like race, sex, and simple discrimination. Trump administration has no tolerance for such DUI. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I it's delusional. It's deranged. I've said this word over and over, these words over and over again, and it's also dangerous, right? If I'm at a McDonald's and a 43-year-old fat bearded man in a thong with high heels and whatever, a dog mask on, whatever his fucking fetish is, follows my granddaughter into the bathroom, or my daughter, that guy, first of all, that guy won't make it out of there. That's me. He's not going to fucking make it out. Right? The problem is these blue states are okay with that. And then you can have, I don't know, Bjorn the Mountain deadlifter who just did 513 kilograms, like 1,100 pounds lift. All he has to do is say, I identify as a woman, and he's going to go compete. When I think a woman that's the most they've ever lifted, I think is close to 700 or around 700 pounds. You know, which is great, which is fucking a lot. But it's just we're built different. And and then these people are like, what is a woman? I don't know. It's no. I'm not going to fucking let that happen. And we were on that direction. We were definitely on that direction. So let me just check here real quick because I know there's probably, I'm going to check I'm going to go to my live and see if I got anybody up and in here yet. Probably not. Direction. We were definitely on. Nope, nothing yet. All right, but I will be, let me just turn off the sound, I think, and I can just let it run just in case some chats come in. All right, and I've said if you do come on, or if you want to come on, you're welcome to. It's just I'm going to vet you. I'm going to make sure that you're not going to come on, and I've trust me, I've had some fucking stupid shit happen on this channel. Back in 2017, 18, 19, 2020, we've had arguments, we've had name calling, we've had people going after each other, basically for the stupidest reasons. Most of all, just a different ideology. Mostly, some people think that Trump is part of it. Some people think that Trump's not part of it. I think that Trump has his hands in all of it, but he chooses, and this is the part I think people should research because I've proven this. He'll make the decision. He doesn't need your fucking money. He doesn't need your likes. He likes the publicity. He loves that shit. I mean, the guy, he's got an ego. We know that. Right? But the thing is he doesn't fucking need you. He's the most powerful man on the planet right now. The most powerful man. I couldn't believe Biden was which he illegitimately was not. And you're going to be finding that out pretty soon. Probably not by the hand of Pam, because there's a special investigator. Sidney Powell is back in. Rudy Giuliani, Stop the Steal, is coming back, and is coming back strong. And the new thing right now is they may pull away from actually giving the green light, or I think, what was it? They're in regards to 2020. If they have enough information, which they obviously do, I've already proven it was bullshit. In this channel, that was part of the reason why they took me off, is I kept throwing up the numbers. I kept throwing up how COVID-19 was being used as a way to extend those ballot counting processes all over the country. It was fucking brilliant in my opinion, but at the same time, it was just extremely obvious. And I was losing people on this channel, and then some people were going, well, that makes sense. Yeah, it was just that, flu-19 was flu-19. All of a sudden, the flu goes away, and all of a sudden, this COVID-19 thing comes up. It's like, well, what just happened here? It's obvious. They use the regular flu, which is still out there, and you can classify it. There's like 7 different COVIDs out there. I've already done all the research. I've got a blog for it. It's in my comments. Go look it all up. And they use the PCR test, which Kerry Mullins is the inventor of the pulmonary, not resuscitation. I'm trying to remember whatever the nomenclature is, what it means. But the PCR test was a farce, was wrong. He even said it's not used for that. I proved and have information, if you go to the blog, that if you have any type of injury, basically, your immune system does something that can be detected by the PCR test. If you got a fever, if you have a disease, if you have an infection, if you have some kind of stomach situation, whatever the case may be, your immunity rate rises up, and next thing you know, they start doing the cycling on it. And and also the cycling on it was so low, it was popping positive for basically anything. Which, Kerry Mullins basically said, the inventor of the PCR test, who died in July of 2019, coincidentally, right before COVID-19 came out, the guy that could have easily proven that the PCR test was just crap. The PCR test was, and he said, that's not what it's used for, right? It's used for something totally different, but that's what they went with. Everybody believed it, right? And I was proving all this stuff, and I was showing how it all worked, how it was going down, how J6 was a trap, how they enticed and moved and manipulated people. I've got all the information. If you ever want to see it, if you ever want to know about it, it's in my blogs. If you need it really bad and you want to see it, just let me know in the comments, and I'll send the information to you. Right? I'm not that big where I can't just say, hey, okay, whoever your name is, Bob. Let's just say Bob, because Bob's really interested in this shit now. The problem is, most of these people don't want to see it. They want to live the lie. Look, I know both parties still don't give a shit about 99.9% of the people in this country. Republicans, many of them just are sending money to Qatar and Iraq and all this other fucking places. Billions of dollars out there for what? Yeah, there still is money laundering. Ukraine wasn't the only money laundering scam out there. Israel has been the greatest money laundering scam for, decades and decades. They've actually taken and received more money than any other country for decades. Look, I know how it all works. But there is one guy out there who's now the most powerful man in the world and the president, and he's seasoned now. His team is on task, except for Pam. who, for some reason, I don't know, she's still talking about this shit, whatever this shit is here. I don't, I know. I mean, it's like, okay. From suing over sanctuary city policies to a wide range of fraud investigations, today's lawsuit is the Department of Justice's latest effort to bring Minnesota into compliance with federal law, making hiring decisions based on immutable characteristics like race and sex is simple discrimination. And the Trump administration has no tolerance. That's it. There it is. That's your big thing right now. That's it. I'm just fucked. You know what? Every state has that problem, Pan. Every state. Here's some more right here. Let me show you. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Oh my God. Oh.
They were talking about a drag show at church. I was like, what? I literally didn't believe it. They were like, no, on 93 Eagle, they were talking about it. And I was like, so I texted him. He's like, yeah, it's true. And so then I went and I found the post. What is this? Are you people kidding me? I'm sorry. I am flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. And look at the comments. Like, look at this ridiculousness. Affirm. What church affirms sin? Yes, all are welcome, but your actions aren't. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God, but we don't affirm people's sin. I do realize there's things that I do incorrectly, and people are like, Heather, you can't do that. That's sin. I'm just like, okay. Like, that's important, guys. Otherwise, we're all just gonna be, oh my gosh. It's gonna be, oh my gosh. Also, look what else I found. It says, we are thrilled to welcome Flamey Grant, more like Blasphemy Grant, to First Baptist for an unforgettable blah, 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 drag. What is this, dude? What is that, bro? Oh my gosh. So someone said to me, Heather, on the radio, they were talking about a...
It's crazy. This girl, I think, is in Springfield, Missouri, which is, I don't know, 150, 200 miles from me. Southeast. And I'm telling you, I get it, Pam. It's ridiculous. It's everywhere. It's insanity to its purest, right? Just to make sure you guys get it, because some of you might not get it, which I've got to show you this. All right, I got to show you this. Is it .com or .org? I think it's .com. Okay, maybe I think it would be able to, if they had a video here. Team Radar Podcast. This is Gays Against Groomers. Listen and subscribe to the dark side of the rainbow. Okay. These are gay people, which I have no problem with. Gay, lesbian, do whatever you want. Just keep it the fuck away from our kids. And they get that, right? I think I should just look up the. Let me just see here. There it is. Leave the kids alone. With your vaccines, with your medications, with your child affirming care, with your puberty blockers, with your genitalia mutilization shit. The parents, too. I mean, California just wanted to pass a bill that would eliminate parents being able to stop their kids, children, any age, from getting sex changes, taking puberty blockers. They didn't have to have their parents' consent anymore. That's what the bill was. You gotta understand there's some sick fucking people way at the top. And they want to make this okay. Right? The furry shit. Look, everybody's got their fetishes. I get it. You want to dress in a fucking panda outfit and go at it with somebody in a fucking poodle outfit. I don't know. That's whatever you want to do, but keep it the fuck away from the kids. Right? And look, I'm okay with gay moms raising kids. I'm not really that great about gay dads raising kids. There's just something in me that just doesn't say that's right. And it's been proven to be very bad in the first place. It's been proven, just saying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's what we're saying. So what this girl is saying and what she's doing makes great sense. Right? Whether you bring religion into it or not.
Massachusetts Democrats moved to limit miles people could drive because climate change and because they're not really Democrats, they're communists. Does this apply to all these paid agitators riding across state lines? How far can they fly on their private planes? Wow. Climate change became a lucrative industry based on threats and control. She probably just drove home forgetting her 8th booster. Democrats take control of cities, then rip out all the grass and trees and replace it with concrete and asphalt, and then tell you that climate change raised the temperature. But I know somebody's going to make this real about the glasses. What? Massachusetts Democrats moved to limit miles people could drive because climate change.
Hawaii wants to do it too. That turned into a gigantic farce. Lie, scam. And I proved it. I proved it over and over and over again. It was about the money. Biden tells the Secretary of Treasury back in 2022 or 2023, I'm not sure exactly when, somewhere around there. And I have the post and I have the article and I have all the information. We're going to need, by 2030, $78 trillion to combat climate change. 78 trillion. Right? Like, and I've already shown you the shit they want to do. It was a really good cantaloupe. I'm sorry. Yeah, not to get totally distracted, but it's just insane. And Pam, do you know that there's massive fraud that's happening with Minnesota and many of the other states? I just haven't heard it. It's like she's like 6 months behind on everything. Right? And I've got people on YouTube that are just like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? Right? What the fuck?
With maritime trade, and they've also, for instance, arming the Houthis or Somalian pirates.
Matt is good. This guy's has got some good
and they've
stuff.
Also played a direct role in propping up and working with various hostile
list?
anti-American regimes like those in Venezuela or China or Russia.
Yeah. Matt Moore.
And so this has been a very deliberate goal of the Trump administration.
He's talking right now. I know he's there. Oh, this shit's taking forever right now.
Well, okay, if China, really, namely China in this case.
All right. Nyjah Houston, if you know that is, great skater, had a major accident recently. Damn, he just smacked his head. It was pretty bad. He was out for like 2 days. Fuck, that guy rips. That kid's been a great skater, skateboard for a long, long time. Now, Trish Regan, I watch her stuff because we're like right there together, her and I. Plus, she's super cute. And she's smart. And she knows what the fuck is going on. But I'm going to say right now, she's also very concerned about Pam and what she's doing. And she's been throwing it out there. I've been throwing that out there for like 6 months. Everybody's usually about 2 or 3 months behind with me. I connect the dots a little bit quicker with some people. I know there are some people that connected a lot faster. Ryan Christian, Derek Rose, Whitney Webb, Jason Burmas, Jimmy Dore, kind of. But I got to play you this.
To all sanctuary cities. Here's the lead in the New York Post right now. Trump announces sanctuary cities and states will lose federal funds on February 1st. Oh my goodness, that's just a few days away, right? I mean, that's coming up fast. Cashing out. What a good headline. President Trump said Tuesday he is preparing to halt federal funding to sanctuary cities and states on February 1st, potentially yanking billions of dollars in revenue in response to barring cooperation and immigration agents. So you haven't cooperated. You're actually not allowing immigration agents in. You're not assisting them when they need the help. And he's like, okay, then we're cutting you off. You're not getting any more money. But I have a question for you guys. Because I'm sitting there looking at this headline, and I actually had to do a double take because I thought we actually had already done this. In fact, I kind of thought that we had ended all of the sanctuary city funding, and maybe it was trapped up in some legal issues. And I'm reading the Bloomberg article, and I'm reading the New York Post, and it's like it's fresh as of today. And I'm like, wait a second. Like, I'm not losing my mind here, right? No, I'm not, because back in February of 2025, what did Pam Bondi do? She said she cut off all the sanctuary cities from their funding. She was pausing the money back then. Here's the New York Post, February 5th, 2025. Newly inaugurated Attorney General Pam Bondi ordered the defunding of jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities.
This is the thing that we've seen a lot of from Pam. And this is just one of the many examples. And Pam seems like a nice person. She seems like she's got her head on straight. She's not evil. She's not wrong. There's just something inside of her that if you're going to be the attorney general for the entire country of the United States, the most powerful country in the United States, you've got to be powerful. You've got to be strong. And I don't see I watch her. And she poises herself like she is, but you can tell when somebody's strong. I can tell by how somebody walks in the room if that's a badass or not, girl or boy or dog or whatever. Right? I can pretty much tell. I mean, at my age, you can tell a lot of things. Kind of. You're not perfect, but in this particular situation, she just. You know, she doesn't have to reveal all her cards. All she has to do is stay on target. That's all we're asking. Right? I think she's also mentioned J6 a long time ago. Nothing fucking happened. I mean, all the stuff in this list, right, that I've had up for a long time. Russia hoax, Benghazi. I mean, she had 2 indictments that fell through. That just fell through. It's like, what the fuck? And then right now, Hillary and Bill Clinton are just laughing at everybody. Laughing. You know why? Oh, she is tied to 3 people with ties to Epstein. Oh. Yeah, you know, I've heard that. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's like, then why would you say it out right off the? I've got the files right on my desk, and then she gives these binders to these influencers, which some of them are reputable YouTube, TikTok, whatever the fuck they are, influencers, and they're like looking at this binder, going, "What the fuck is this shit?" It was nothing. It was a complete nothing burger. Callie has the ability, and he can pick your kids. Yeah, that's true. That one too. Thank you. Yeah, I posted that on my Facebook many times. Anybody can pick up your child whenever they want, however they want to do it. Isn't that's just sick. That's why Gays Against Groomers is out there. That's why the conservatives are out there. That's why real fucking churches are like saying, what are you, fucking crazy? Yeah, she's not fit. I mean, I've come down to it. I don't think she's big enough on the stage, because you just watch the rest of Trish here. She's gonna kind of I'm like right in line with her for sure. She's and she's nailing it.
She's on Wednesday, potentially cutting off a significant money source for New York. She issued this edict shortly after being sworn in. So whoa, wait a second. If she's issuing the edict back in February, like why didn't it happen?
Yeah, what happened?
Why are we just finding out today that Donald Trump is doing that? I mean, I'm pretty sure we can go back to the press conference where I'm almost positive she said that she was going after Kathy Hochul and Letitia James and even the DMV. Remember?
We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV. This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today.
It didn't. If you're gonna talk, you gotta walk the talk. I mean, everybody's heard that, right? That old saying. Did she not do anything? I'm just
Apparently it didn't stop. And it didn't stop in February of 2025 because now Donald Trump is saying it's going to stop. And you know what else he's saying? I think I got a lemon.
Yeah.
I got a real lemon in Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
Turns out she can't do the job. Ooh. And we've been saying that here for weeks, have we not? I think we've been saying that since
it for
we're going all the way
months.
back
I've
to
been
September.
saying it for months.
I mean,
Months,
maybe
woman.
October. Maybe I gave
Women.
her a little bit of rope. I'm a pretty generous person. And
Yeah, I'm very forgiving. Very loving, very forgiving. You know, I'm just saying, if you're going to step aboard the Trump train, right, that's powered by a fusion reactor and a bunch of other nuclear steam-driven whatever, or this gigantic aircraft carrier, this supersonic SR-71 jet type cabinet, which he's got, which is the opposite of a fucking paper airplane that the illegitimate Biden administration had, the folding up rainbow flags and shit, or paper or whatever. You've got to. I don't think she's in that. I just don't think she's Division II. I'm just gonna say it. There's Division I football, which I played for, and I'm telling you right now, it's different. There's a league of people. By the way, Indiana is a fucking amazing team, and just be careful because the Hurricanes are going to do everything they can to spy and hunt and damage Mendoza. They're going to do if they take down Mendoza, that team could be done. So it's still up in the air. Everybody's favoring Indiana. It could be a blowout. That's what people are saying. But Indiana, the coach of Indiana, is fucking phenomenal. That guy is real. And God, the NFL is getting rid of like 6 or 7 coaches. I mean, that's like 25% of the fucking NFL coaches out there. It's crazy. Right? It's like 20% or something close to that. But yeah, Pam is not D. She's D2. She's Division II. Right? I'm not saying Division II isn't a good football league because they got some good players, but we're talking Alabama. We're talking Ohio State. Always up there. We're talking USC, always up there. Oregon, Ducks, always up there, right? We're talking big-time colleges, Michigan, Notre Dame, right? You're talking Texas, Longhorns, Texas Tech, big-time fucking teams that have been Nebraska, Penn State, just huge monster teams. She's not that. She's some D2 school, and I'm not just using the football, but in a lot of the sports, these are kids that wake up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, working out, saying, I'm going to play for Alabama, going to the gym, running drills, studying football, studying track, studying volleyball, studying baseball, doing everything they can to get the edge to get into that spot that could get them into the pros, right? And the thing is Pam Bondi is Division II. She's not pro. She's not a pro. She's not pro. I know that Trump was being nice. This is his buddy. I'm not sure who gives a fuck what the relationship was. I don't care. But all I do know is once I saw her and I saw her resume, she's a lot better by far than anyone that fucking was chosen by the illegitimate Biden administration. But let's let Trish continue.
I like to believe that people are doing the right thing and they're quite capable, but I have seen nothing but catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe. And by the way, I'm not the only one. Because Susie, who's the so-called ice queen, right, over there in the White House that is the president's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, she was the one who said, boy, Pam whiffed on the Epstein files. Did she ever? So now the news story, and you can see this one in the Daily Mail, is Donald Trump souring on Bondi. Well, wouldn't you? I mean, under the circumstances, would?
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for her. I've been on her since day one. I just posted a quick video on YouTube. How is that even doing right? Let me just check real quick. Where is it? I got to play this real quick. Judicial Watch. Give me a second.
Hey everyone, Russell Nobill. I'm one of the election integrity attorneys here at Judicial Watch. A big day for us here at Judicial Watch, whereas the Supreme Court agreed with us and reversed the federal courts in Illinois' decisions, throwing out our election integrity lawsuit there, challenging Illinois' practice of allowing ballots to come in 14 days after election. We're representing Congressman Mike Boss there, along with 2 federal electors. The court in the 7-2 decision basically adopted everything we said and said the courts are wrong to throw out our lawsuit. The court talked about the different issues as to why federal candidates have standing, and the court ultimately decided it doesn't matter so much whether the candidate's going to win or lose the election. Candidates have an interest in making sure the vote count is accurate, and even if he wins by a large margin, because it costs him more money and causes him problems in making sure the election is run with integrity. And so this is part of a multi-year strategy to get federal courts to finally answer why these ballots are coming in days and weeks after election. We have another case that's pending before the Supreme Court right now. That's a case out of Mississippi that we won in the Fifth Circuit. That case is part of the...
Okay, I'm not going to continue, but this is widespread. And I said, Stop the Steal is going to come back in a big tidal wave way. Just remember I said it, because I've made a lot of predictions. I've made a lot of predictions on Montauk on my show. And I would say about 85.8% of them are correct, which isn't bad. If I bet on myself, I'd be rich right now, right? Here it is right here. Yeah, for sure, Cheryl. Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, Alana Haba is good. I don't know if she's... Okay. What you need to do, and I agreed with Trish in what she said. And she said this, and I know this is how it works. When you're dealing with a congressman at a state level, just the state level, you better have a big team handpicked that are vetted, committed, and capable of making sure that you're not wasting your time. A law firm will make sure. Is this going to work? Are we wasting my time? Is something going to happen here? Are we going to go for a verdict? Are we going to go for a settlement? Or what are we doing? We're going to go for a plea bargain? I mean, this is how they're thinking. And I don't think Pam has that kind of clout. I don't think she has those type of connections. I think some other people do. I'm not sure if Alana Haba, who is smoking hot too, but I don't know if she has that kind of... Atlanta Haba, I think that's what kind of tripped me out. Is I was thinking Atlanta Haba, who would help Trump and did everything she could to help Trump and was alongside of him for 3 or 4 years, 5, 6, whatever, a long time. And then when it came down, I think he kind of shit on her and grabbed Pam, or maybe she offered it to him. I'm not sure, but I would pick her too. People are saying Trey Gowdy, but fuck Trey Gowdy. He might be strong, though. I wanted Matt Gaetz. Everybody wanted Matt Gaetz. I want Matt Gaetz. I want Matt Gaetz. Everybody fucking wanted Matt Gaetz. And they set him up. Why is this appearing like 1,000 times? Oh, look at that. Isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird just looking at that? It's tripling. Yeah. But Pam's just not doing it. That's my biggest problem right now. I think that a lot of us are just really... Let's just see. I just want to go and see what she's doing. Hold on. Let's just see what she's doing. Is she doing anything else? Well, let's just go and look and see what we can find at AG Pam Bondi. Let's just go and see where we're at, because she's got 1.1 million followers, and at her, which isn't really great, right? Attorney General this past week requests Department of War, Department of Justice, FBI executive to search warrant at the home of Washington Post journalist who was obtaining and reporting classified and illegal leaked information from a Pentagon contract. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would go after that. That makes sense. I don't know. That's not what we want to hear, Pam. I mean, that's good stuff. January 13th, what we got here? Today, my attorneys are arguing a crucial Supreme Court case, pushing back against the transit. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then you have, of course, this isn't legal. I forgot her name. What's her name again?
It's about how brave these women are, these young women.
I thank you on behalf of course, myself, but I think more importantly, my younger sister, of all the women and girls who have dreams, like I did when I was young.
I am extremely grateful to AG Bondi for standing up for us when our elected officials aren't doing that.
Thank you to the Trump administration and AG Bondi for taking action on behalf.
Yeah, this is the lower stuff. She's not. Yeah, I think she's kind of saying where I want to be. She can still be a part of it, but if you're going to switch somebody, you can have her name up there just as the poster person, and then you can have other people around. I get that. She could do that too, but I'm just not seeing what she needed to do. The biggest problem I have for sure is the statute of limitations on the entire Demoncratic J6 committee ended about 2 or 3 days ago. And everybody was trying to warn her. It's like, you're not going to go after that frivolous, lying, criminal, treasonous pieces of fucking crap that put 700 plus people in jail, gave felony charges upon 1,700 people plus. Just fuck. That whole thing was a giant stage trap. I mean, I don't know. I can prove it. I've proved it. I've shown you all the video. I'm not going to do it tonight. If you want to see it, like I said, you can always comment and check. Anyone who crosses the red line of assaulting law enforcement will be met with full force of Justice Department. Okay. Good. Go get him. Attorney General Pemba, what we got? This deep-rooted fraud schemes rob American taxpayers out of Minnesota. Yeah, we know. They're going after it. Good. But nobody's in jail, though. I'm just... The low-hanging fruit is always there. Right? You always go after the low-hanging fruit because it's easy to get that. Very low-hanging fruit. All right. What is Trump saying here? Please be informed that we will no longer let the American public be ripped off by credit card companies that are charging interest rates of 20 to 30%. And it's fucking crazy. And even more, which festered and unimpeded during the sleepy Joe Biden administration. You have to say illegitimate Biden administration. Affordability. Effective January 20, 2026, I, as President of the United States, am calling for a 1-year cap of credit card interest rates at 10%. Coincidentally, the January 20th date will coincide with the 1-year anniversary of the historic and very successful Trump administration. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again, President Donald Trump. It's like, fuck. They cap it. Do that with car loans. Do it with fucking... There's predator lending everywhere. You know, a lot of people made a lot of money in 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. The bubble bursted. That's like one of my first videos in my Monotalk channel. On this channel, YouTube. Dylan Radigan just did a perfectly laid out of kind of he missed a few pieces, but he laid it out pretty well on what happened in 2008, 2009. The gigantic scam. Oh, they're going after this guy, huh? Let's see. Federal Reserve Chair Powell under criminal investigation. Yeah, he was appointed by Obama or something. We just sent a video showing the moment before the shooting, and it can clearly see Renee Good's vehicle blocking ICE agents for over 3 minutes as she's dancing to her own car horn. She's just, and this is happening. This was happening all fucking day long, right? But you shouldn't shoot her. Look, if you, I gotta show you this because this is you're gonna like this one. Okay, you're gonna like this one. What happened is, I think it's right. Shocking evidence against the SCOTUS drops. Where is it? No. Some of the stuff isn't showing up that I had from before. It's fucking bullshit. Alright, hang on. What the frick is it? Is it right here? Is it on Twitter? I remember. Okay, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, look. Yeah, by the way, just so you know, I got to show you this. Here's the process. Okay? And you can't just say it's just the Democrats. You can't. Of course not. Of course not. But this is what's been happening for a long time. This 2020 is pretty much it. And then they've been trying to do this for a long time. But the way this system works, just so you understand, right? Expand welfare to illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants fled in. That's where it starts. Just pick whatever side, whatever part of this you want to begin at. And right here, under Kamala Harris, all these people come in. Illegitimate Biden administration. Just tons of fucking people, right? Mail-in ballots, no photo ID required. It's actually illegal in some states, especially California and New York, to ask if for your identification if you want to vote. It's that what? Because it offends you? Or because you're not a legal immigrant. You're not a legal person in this country. And you're just voting because you can. That's basically why that happens. Right? Right here. Here it is. No ID required. So that's Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, New Mexico. Look at that. Illinois. Minnesota. New York. I mean, all the blue states. It's a crazy. You don't need an identification. You just need to show up and vote. If anybody thinks that's fair or appropriate or the right thing to do, then I got a bag of flaming crap in a little lunch bag that's on fire that I know you'll buy for $100 because you've lost your mind, right? This has been the process. This is how 2020 was made. This is how a lot of these states have been running their elections. It's coming out. Pam might get credit for it, but all this shit's not going to be done by her. But I wanted to show you this one thing, and it was in. See, if I save it on my phone, it doesn't come out on my YouTube. But if I do it on my TV, right, on YouTube, it'll save it. Kind of weird. But I'm just going to say the police officer that was hit by a vehicle, and then he had to defend himself by shooting the operator of said vehicle, was was taken to the hospital, and he had internal hemorrhaging. We're talking deep injuries, not because he was, flexing or he accidentally fell into a moving car. He was hit by that vehicle. I don't know why you guys don't get it. If I run into a cop, whether it's accident or whatever, that's like it's like you're gonna get. He has every right to defend himself. He doesn't know where you're going. All he knows is there's a 4,200-pound vehicle going in his direction, coming after him. Had there not been ice on the ground where you can see his feet are sliding backwards after he'd already been hit, then he decides, well, fuck this. Pep, pep, pep. I ain't going to let you fucking kill me and other people. So he's defending himself and his people. Who knows? Right? The girl was fucking smiling during it. Yeah, there's parts you guys don't see. When you watch this, not that. Let's go back to this guy that I played. Yeah, Judge Janine is a hero who just revealed everything. So, what's that? LV Nation. I want to play this.
While everyone is distracted, I told you guys how big of a deal this actually really is. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Fed chair. I'm talking about Trump trying his best to boost up the economy. You see gas prices down. You see a lot of things coming down, including home prices, right? He's also trying to cap the credit card cartels. That's something I haven't really spoken about.
If you're in a blue state, your gas prices probably aren't that low. What does that say about that party? What does that say? They don't care. I figured it out. At about 2018, 19, and then boom, I got it. In 2020, I was right there with Trump, and then all of a sudden he started doing the fucking warp speed, and all this other shit, which I wasn't happy about. Yeah, that part of him I don't like, but he was a good 1,000 bazillion times better than the people that insurrected and actually stole that election in 2020, which was the Biden administration and just a bunch of fucking people making it happen. You'll find out. You'll find, and that's a problem I'm concerned about. Pam is, I don't think she wants to find out. There's some people that she's connected to that I don't think she wants to find out. I think she's afraid. I don't think she's going to find out. So my concern is, right, if they prove, as I've said, that that the November election of 2020 was a complete and total scam, rigged election because, I told you how Fluid-19 played a part of it. I've proven how the insurrection was a trap. I've proven how there's no way that Biden had 88 million people and Trump had like 74 million people, which equates to like 30 million people more than we of voters that we don't have. The numbers never panned out. I went over all the numbers too, from Ballotpedia, from everywhere, and proved that was just a gigantic whip-up, and nobody was doing anything except for Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. And then they got raided. They took the laptops. I'm like, well, you guys didn't have a copy? I'm sure they had a copy. You always have to make copies of the shit. You have to. You got something heavy. You got something that's deep-rooted that could have leverage over your opponent or whatever the case may be, you're going to make a copy. If it's going to save your life, you're going to have a copy. Remember when Hunter Biden, his laptop was revealed and all the shit that was in it? That hasn't even been fully exposed yet. Anthony Weiner's, that is heinous. When you find out what's in there regarding Hillary Clinton and Huma and with the shit they did to some girl, it's just terrible. But the reason why the guy that owned the shop where Hunter Biden brought his laptop in and left it there because he was too busy snorting coke in the White House or whatever, whoever that was, he kept a copy. He goes, look, I'm not going to lie to you. You can do whatever you want to me, but I have a copy, and if something happens to me, it get released. It's released everywhere. So that's for sure. And that's what a lot of people do when they get this information. So what is Janine done?
On this channel, I've actually made an investing channel to really break that down more in depth. You guys can go check that channel out. But why am I talking about that? And why is the Fed chair that important? Well, if you guys don't know, Jerome Powell, actually, he's going to step down on May 30th. But guess what? After he steps down, he's still going to be the governor of the Fed. He's still going to be in governance. And he's still going to be having a lot of say, a lot of power. And Trump knows this. Yeah. But what Trump also knows and what Trump also has said is that there is corruption literally happening. He actually didn't really say money laundering, but when you listen to this clip, it actually is money laundering with what they're doing with the $2.5 billion renovation. Take a listen.
No, he's got some problems. But what he also did, he's renovating a small building. It's the most expensive construction job in history, and it's only a renovation. I could have done that job for $25 million. They're spending billions and billions of dollars. He either doesn't know what he's doing or it's worse than that.
So this is happening with Democrats everywhere. There's a new railway that was built in Hawaii. It's retarded. It doesn't go where people want it or need it to go. It was built in a place that what they needed. I got to look this up. Because I want to see the map of the railway. New railway in Honolulu. All right, and I'm going to show you where this is at. Let's just see where this is at. I got to see the map. All right. It goes all the way to... This is nobody. where this really needed to go, you got to look at this. Where this really needed to go, because I know this area really well. I've spent, I don't know, a total of probably like 11 years in Hawaii, or 12 years. That's good amount of time. I've been there a long time. But down here, Ala Moana, down by Waikiki, is not where you wanted this rail to go. You needed it to go through the overpass to Kailua. You needed it to go to Hawaii Kai, and you needed it to go to the North Shore. But what was spent on this was bazillions of dollars, right? And I will guarantee you some people pocketed some big fucking money from this. I guarantee. You're going to find out. The Demoncrats were all over this. They're just a bunch of fucking hoodlums. They're all a bunch of hoodlums. All right, listen up. What do we got here? Cheryl, I want to say thank you for always being here and listening. I appreciate it. There's a few people that have been on. Oh, yeah. What's that new little video I did? Where is it? Did it post? Let me just see. Your videos. Yeah. Here's this. Is it a short that I put up? Let me see the short. No, it didn't post. Yeah, let me see. Live. That's me now. Okay, there you go. Whatever. All right. I'm going to do a truck video, I think. God, I got to do a truck video. The video is about, and I'm going to explain this to you. We're being dramatically ripped off, just terribly ripped off when it comes to these new vehicles. When I was younger, I mean, I've had my hands in engines of vehicles with my grandfather, who was a diesel mechanic, when I was 8, 9. I know, I was fucking probably younger than that. And we were torque wrenching, we were dropping trannies, we were pulling off rocker arms and pulling out camshafts and all kinds of shit. We were, adjusting carburetors, putting on manifolds, things that you may not understand. But there was very simple. Vehicles were very simple until about 89, 90 when they started going to computers. And then next thing you know, the car that you have now has so many moving parts that just are based off of this climate change crap. So if climate change, which we know now is just a big bunch of bullshit, right? We need to get back to the vehicles that we used to have. That's what the show is going to be about, for sure. And I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to bring up some information about it. Because there's so many places that you go to, you have to have a technician that is not only computer literate, but an electrician. I mean, like a serious industrial electrician to get through all the moving components of how this shit works. And it's insane, right? When I was younger, like I said, we used to have, and I've been to a couple of them, they'd have these competitions with my buddies. How fast you could drop a Volkswagen motor, a bug. And it's 4 bolts, but, you could do it in I think the fastest was 12 seconds or 8 seconds. I don't know. It was pretty fucking fast. 8 minutes. I think it was 8 minutes. 12 minutes. 8 to 12 minutes or something like that. Just, and you could remove an entire engine from a car. But, the cars had more space. All that was there was an alternator, carburetor, a block, head covers, transmission, drive line, a pumpkin in the back. Very simple, few shocks, little steering mechanism, maybe a Hurst shifter or whatever. But it's just gotten really bad. It's just too much. And there's a girl that did, I'm not into it now, but I might even do it later if I get the connection. I might even do it later. Yeah, I'm just going to say, just to kind of finish this off, I will do that. But I got to just say, you know, Pam, just talk to Don. I mean, here's the problem, Pam. I'm just going to say it real quick. I'm going to say it real quick because I think it's important for Pam to understand this. Pam, you either take a shit on the pot or get off. You've probably heard that a bazillion times. I'm sure you cuss and swear, and just like everybody else that goes to the bar after you've had a fucking prosecution or whatever you've done as a state AG or whatever the case may be. But if you're going to walk and talk, you need to talk the walk. And it's just not happening. And you've stumbled several times. An AG has to be on spot. And what's interesting is the AG that fucking the illegitimate Biden had, which was Garland, Merrick Garland, right? He just went out and did it. Didn't ask for permission. Didn't say fuck you. Didn't say, hey, can you mind if I release this or go after these people just because I fucking feel like it? Yeah. That's what he did. He's not in jail. You're not going after him. The shit that he's done to people throughout this country is just heinous. But you're not going after that guy. Right? You're not going to... It's just all these freaking people that have done this shit. And what's interesting is the Clintons are laughing at you guys because now that proves that the hearings... I mean, the Clintons are fucking... I just got to show this just so I have record of it. Right? I have to show... because I have record of it. Election uncertified. So this is what they're going to do here is they want to uncertify the 2020 election, which they might be able to do, right? They might be able to uncertify it. And if that's the case, then it's illegitimate, but they have to prove it, which if Pam does her job, it could happen that way. It definitely could happen that way. So, but right here, hopefully it's saved. Put him in sleep. Sean Johnson. Oh my God. You got to watch that. You got to watch what they're tumbling and doing now compared to what they used to do 15, 20 years ago. Because now it's just pansy. Weak. And I'm just, if I see any more of these extra padded fucking Spaceballs, Eric Moranis, dark helmet, the Schwartz will be with you helmets on these fucking football players, it's just, it's retarded. Play the fucking game, you wussies. Morning War level North Shore, yeah, it's always happening. Oh, this is the one, transgender, her in arguments. Renee Good circled declared micro Antifa. Yep, that's what it. Yeah, that's in there. As it took me 30 years to learn, there was this border patrol agent smashed women and drag. Yeah, this guy, this was totally warranted. He's not cooperating, right? I mean, if somebody comes up to me and goes, "Look, we think that you're a legal immigrant," I'll go, "Okay, well, here's my ID. Okay, see you later. Bye bye." That's it. The deadly Portuguese man award. Don't get stung by one. I have several times. It doesn't feel good. This is absolute insanity. Just exposed the biggest scam in U.S. history. I don't think I got it. Holy crap. Trump just released the Kraken. Sidney Powell coming back. Good eye shooting. Yeah, there's my buddy's movie, Writing Giants. You should check that out. Some more Charlie Kirk stuff. Yeah, Charlie Kirk, that whole thing is wrong. There's some definite questions that need to be answered. Still haven't been. Man, where is it? Did I post it on my Facebook? Let me just check my Facebook. I got to show you this real quick. Right, here it is. These guys right here. This is the Hammer. He's on the big island of Hawaii. Right? And they go on a little local fishing and hunting expedition, which is no different, except for they go snorkeling in the deep, beautiful Pacific Ocean, and they catch some fucking amazing fish. I know there's fish here out here you can eat. You think it's really good and delicious, but when you go get like ahi or olua or veke, which veke isn't that great, but it's fucking way better than what they have here. When you eat a Pacific fish, right? I mean, ahi, for God's sakes. But anyway, so they go, and it's no different. These are just Hawaiian hillbillies, right? Hawaiian rednecks. And they're just out there. And I used to do it when I was a kid. When I was younger, we used to go fishing a lot, snorkeling a lot, all this stuff, eat all this food. We'd go up and shoot the wild pigs and the boars up in the mountains. It was fucking great. No different than what you guys do here, but you just don't go snorkeling in the Pacific Ocean or go surfing. Yeah, but Hawaii's just fucked right now because it's ran by a bunch of Demoncrats. Let me see if I got this. Yeah, it looks like Trump's gonna ditch Bondi. Oh shit! I'm not showing you this. Sorry. Hang on, let me get back to you and I'll show you. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, this is the one you guys didn't see. Go to my Facebook. These guys right here are fucking just hilarious. Right? They go out fishing. It's just freaking awesome. It's just awesome. That is a dream life. That's a dream life. Right? And I'm telling you, the freaking wild pig that they eat out there is ono delicious, brother. Oh my God. Ono means really good. Right? Delicious. I'm still looking for that fucking post. All right. I like what he says here. Watch this.
You said that you're going to be cutting off funding for sanctuary cities on February 1st.
That's right.
What kind of funding?
You'll see. It'll be significant.
All federal funding? Speech, you said that you're going to be cutting off funding for sanctuary cities on February 1st.
That's right.
What kind of funding?
You'll see.
The shit that they're doing now, they're funding these paid for fucking protesters that are jumping on cars now, and they've just upped the price. If you can jump on a car, if you can create any kind of disturbance, obstruction, agitate them to get anything negative on them on camera, that's why that's why her friend jumped out, filmed everything. You do this shit with your car, I'll film it, we'll send it in, and they'll send us an additional $2,000 or $3,000. That's what's happening. This is not organic. Sane people aren't going out there and fucking blocking federal agents with fucking 1911s and fucking and you know Glocks with Packmeyer grips. It's just not happening, right? These crazy fucks are going, I'm just going to out and make some money, and that's all they're doing. This is all paid. You're going to find out. It's all going to come out. Like I said, I'm about 85.9% correct on most of the stuff I put up. This was odd. I got to show this.
You know, think about it. This state wants to mandate a product to be injected into your child that has the side effect of death. Okay? That's what's really going down here. What your governor wants is a situation in which the state of Hawaii can tell you what you must inject into your body and what you must inject into your children's bodies. Now, that doesn't sound like a free society to me. That doesn't sound like somebody who is a caring physician. That doesn't sound like the kind of place I want to live. It doesn't sound like the kind of society that cares for its members. It sounds like totalitarianism. It sounds like the idea that daddy knows best and he's going to tell you what you have to do. It's paternalistic. And it's not acceptable. Now, right now, there is a huge battle ongoing within public health, in case you didn't notice. And we have on one side Secretary Kennedy and the folks that believe in medical freedom. And on the other side, we have the people that believe that they have the rights, that the state has the right to tell you what you must do with your body, which is to say that the state believes that it owns you. It owns you and it owns your children, and it has the right to tell you what you must do. And I don't know about you, I disagree with that. And it is just wrong. The logic of utilitarian bioethics, the greatest good for the greatest number, is used to justify the greatest crimes against humanity. We have to reject it. We have to recognize the importance of the individual, the sovereignty of the individual, the rights of the parent to make decisions about their children. That's what we're talking about. It isn't just about vaccine mandates. It isn't just about eliminating religious mandates. It's whether you own your body and whether you have personal sovereignty and autonomy. You know, think about it. This state wants to mandate a product to be injected into your child.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end on that note. I am not going to allow anyone to tell me that the Demoncratic Party, and yes, they're demonic. They're just the most heinous. They're just bad. I am not going to allow those people to dictate my world anymore. They tried very hard in 2020. As a matter of fact, they made it hell for me and my wife at the time. And it was hard on her. I could see it. She was getting sucked in, right? And it was getting worse. And I tried to tell her. I tried to say, look, right now everybody's feeling the friction. You know, we need more of the other friction, but I'm just saying, they did it. You know, I'm not blaming them totally because we have to take responsibility for our own actions, etc., and be accountable, of course. But it was a plan, and some people are still going with it, whether they think they are or not. They're still kind of going with that plan, right? They're still going in that direction, confusing their children, right? Not being true to who they really are, what they really desire, what they really feel, right? I'm just seeing that. You know, I wrote this the other day, and I've got to say, let me just play this real fast. And I was gonna go, but I've got to fucking play this.
Stay in the car.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time for this.
No, you're staying in the car.
No, I simply don't have time.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Can I help you, sir?
Stay in the car. You're being pulled over.
Thank you.
Send me another unit. Stay in the car.
I need to go.
No, I need to see your license, registration, proof of insurance.
I can't do that.
You're
right
going to
now.
be placed under arrest.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'll put my hands anywhere. Just stop touching me.
Hands behind your back.
Stop touching me.
Hands behind your back.
Stop touching me.
Turn around, hands
stop
behind your
touching
back.
me, and I will put my
Turn
hands
around.
behind my back. If you stop touching me, I will
turn
put my
around,
hands...
hands behind your back.
Excuse me, sir?
You are going to be placed under arrest. Turn around, hands behind your back.
Please stop touching me.
You're placed under arrest for
Why?
obstruction. Hands behind your back.
Of what? Justice?
Yes.
This is justice.
Yes.
I have somewhere to be, man.
Hands behind your back.
Oh, I have somewhere to be.
They probably missed me.
Stop. Stay in the car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have time for this.
No, you're staying in the car.
No, she's out there blocking them. She's doing the same shit Good did. And now they're saying, well, you're obstructing justice, which you are. We gave you chances. We told you to leave. How many times? Get the fuck out of here. Stop doing this. But they're there for hours on hours, harassing official police office, law enforcement freaking officers with a badge and a gun, for fuck's sakes.
I simply don't have time.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Can I help you, sir?
Stay in the car. You're being pulled over.
Thank you.
Can I help you, sir?
Send me another unit. Stay in the car.
I need to go.
No, I need to see your license, registration, proof of insurance.
I need to go.
I can't do that.
You're going to be placed under arrest.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
that's
don't
fine?
touch me.
Okay,
Don't touch me. I'll put my hands anywhere. Just stop touching me.
Hands behind your back.
Stop touching me.
She's never been arrested before because she doesn't understand how that works. Once the cop says you're being placed under arrest, you either cooperate and put your hands behind your back like they just asked you to do, or they're going to force you to put your hands behind your back. And I'm telling you, it doesn't feel good. Let me just tell you right now, it doesn't feel good. Because there's a way you twist and torque. I used to do this with jiu-jitsu. I used to do this with some of the wrestlers and other people that I've trained with. There's a certain way you manipulate the arm, and you don't have to do a lot to it for it to torque. It doesn't feel good. She could. All she asked her to just stay in the car. The first thing was just stay in the car, right? That's all she had to do.
Back.
Stop touching me.
Turn around, hands
Stop
behind your
touching
back.
me, and I will put my
Turn
hands
around.
behind my back. If you stop touching me, I will
Turn
put my
around,
hands...
hands behind your back.
Excuse me, sir?
You are going to be placed under arrest. Turn around, hands behind your back.
Please stop touching me.
You're placed under arrest for
Why?
obstruction. Hands behind your back.
Of what? Justice?
Yes.
This is justice.
Yes.
I have somewhere to be, man.
Hands behind
Oh, she has somewhere to be there.
your back.
No, right now. 3419, are you ready?
Are you guys seeing it? This is crazy. This entire one-sided conversation I don't know who she thinks she's talking to. Who is she talking to? This lunacy. Absolute and total lunacy. It's fucking just amazing. It's disturbing. It's strange to lose and disturbing and dangerous, but it's just like, what the fuck is she doing?
They probably missed me.
Stop. Stay in the car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have time.
She missed me. I mean, that's it. Just stay in the car. All she had to do was stay in the car. If a cop is telling you to stay in the car, stay in the fucking car. You do not want to get out of a car when a cop is telling you to stay in the car. It's like, you know what? In school, they should start having classes. Just give the fucking class to the adult, to the kids that are 18. Look, I know you're 18 now, but I can tell you right now, you have to take this class in order to graduate. And it's how to be respectful, how to abide by the laws, how to do the things that are necessary so you're not impeding or obstructing justice. If a police officer that you know is a police officer, that identifies as the police officer, who comes up and you know for sure they're a fucking police officer and says, don't get out of the car, stay in the car. It's that simple. It's just fucking that simple. Right? So I wrote this article. It's not a little article about it, but I said this about it because it's pretty obvious, and this is where we're going. You may think, just saying this is kind of odd to me and just presenting it this way, but I'm really seeing something that I think could be related to what's been injected in these people over time. I'm not just talking about the vaccine. I'm not just talking about medications. I'm talking years of abuse to the brain, years of abuse by opioids, years of the abuse of narcotics or fentanyl or whatever the fuck they're taking, right? What they're poisoning stuff with, the processed food, just all this stuff curbs your thinking. The democratic level of absolute insanity is demonic. I don't think there's any other way to depict or pinpoint exactly what is taking place inside of their minds. I'm baffled just as much as you are at times. And it's a massive infestation of the most evilest self-abusive condition I've ever witnessed. I didn't put that down wrong. They want to eat and drink the poison. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just pretty much flipped upside down the food pyramid, which it should be there, and removed and put some things that are in there that should be in there, and made it a lot better. But everybody's you have people chugging seed oils, and they're drinking, I don't know, fucking 10W40 oil now. It's crazy. They want to eat and drink poison. They do everything they can to stop the growth of the human species. They want depopulation, right? Because they think that's just a giant threat, which it's not. That's part of the climate change scam, which is still a scam. They actually do praise and worship Satan. Most of them do. You got white Wicca, black Wicca, green Wicca, purple Wicca, all this Wicca shit, right? You have these little signals and marks they put on, these rings and all this other tattoos and shit, right? Stuff that is actually praising demonism in a sense. It's really disturbing, right? They fight for a cause that do not value their own lives, right? They're fighting for a cause, but they don't even value their own lineage. They would rather keep eating the poison, taking the vaccines, and destroying their own lineage, and playing in this weird, crazy world that really doesn't make sense. Just craziness. And they don't value their lives. They don't really value. If you're doing anything in this area, I don't think you really care about your kids. I don't. I'm gonna say it. Right? I have seen some wonderful lesbian moms. I have. I've never really seen great gay dads. I just don't think that. Moms are more maternal. It's because it's a natural fucking thing, for God's sakes, right? Anyway, the fight for a cause yet do not value their own lives or their children, as they would allow a stranger to alter their genitalia and mutilate them and all this other shit. I just went over that, right? Puberty blockers, gender affirming care, genitalia mutilation. I mean, then they're all okay. What? How could you care about... If your son walks up to you, he's 13, 14 years, and says, you know what? I don't want my dick anymore. What are you going to say? Oh, okay, honey. Let's go to the doctor. Get rid of it. No. I want you to wait. The first thing you want to ask is, where are you getting your information from? Well, it's you, watching you and Mary, or you and whoever, right? It just makes sense. I think I want to be like that. You don't understand the impression of what you give your children. You don't. You really don't. And if you start going in that way, you're fucking up your children pretty bad. Pretty bad. I could go on and on of the horrific, heinous things that I've witnessed in the past 3 to 5 years. It's in some ways overwhelming, but I'm getting a sense of this poison from the vaccines, the medications, and the drugs, or whatever opioids they take. You name it. It eats and devours. This thing eats and devours their godly soul. Whatever it is that's happening out there, it sucks the light out of them. I see when I'm watching pictures of people, and I'm watching, just rings and just fucked up people, noses, just I don't have anything against piercings, and do whatever you want to your body. But if you start doing it if you start bringing that crazy shit around your children, I don't know, man. I just think it's just wrong. It's like You've allowed this darkness to come into your life and to just eat your soul and eat your being and kind of just dig in and plant its demonish self inside of you. And as bad as that sounds and as religious as that sounds, it could be scientifically being implemented to you through trials and tests and manipulation of MK Ultra type shit. You could be, look, ancient Greece, ancient Egyptians, ancient, they all played around, they all farted around, but when it came down to it, the women wanted children. The men wanted to be the providers, right? They wanted to hunt and kill and take care of their families. Some did, some didn't, most of them did. But there was a very, very teeny little small percentage, I mean, just minute people that thought, you know what, I'm just going to tell everybody I'm a girl, but I'm a guy. Or I'm going to tell everybody I'm a guy, but I'm actually a girl. Now, that's just crazy. And then to believe that is just, what? It just, to me, is just, you know, there's something, all this is led up to, there's some kind of scientific thing that they've done to so many people in the past 3 to 5 years that it has really, there's something in this mRNA shit. It's something that's weakening not only their immune system, which we're fucking finding out for sure, right? But it's also destroying their ability to regenerate tissue quicker for healing, which is part of the thinking process. Your body constantly sheds and trains and gets new, different types of avenues of endorphins and signal triggers of energy through its lobes. And, you know, I don't know the exact terminology, all this stuff right in my head, but I'm sure there's something's telling me as I'm kind of going through all this information in my head that there's a connection, that there's stuff out there that they're poisoning you with, not physically, not just physically, but mentally. And if you've been around that stuff, macaroni and cheese pretty much every day, Mountain Dew all the fucking time, you know, am I describing you? I probably am. And you're just eating just the worst fucking food, most processed shit you've ever had. And you're not thinking right. Why? Why are you not thinking right? Why? Because the fuel you're giving this high performance vehicle, remember, you have an Aston Martin, you have a Lamborghini at birth. That thing, if it's not fucked up by, you know, vaccines like it has been in the past. Thank you, RFK Jr., Dr. Oz, for bringing it down to 11 instead of fucking 76 fucking vaccines that children to get before they're 18. What? Anyway, thank you for that. There's something happening out there, and they know it, right? Like I've always said, and this is their end game, the globalist predator elite. They want to get rid of 2/3 of the planet's population so they can hoard the rest for themselves. That is the bottom line end game. I'm going to end on that, all right? But there's something really demonic going on here with these people. There's something really bad that's happening. I'm going to look into that a little further. But anyway, whoever's here now, I want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening. Let's see if we got anybody on the channel. Okay, Cheryl's still there. Cheryl, thank you very much for coming on. It was Williams running for governor of Arizona. We need William Pounds elected. Oh, JRD. Oh, William Pounds. I need some good fish. Yummy. Will, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Will's on the other side of this in regards to the Renee Good, but I've already proven how that's worked out. Yeah, I think Will's a good man for sure. He's a good kid. I know that. I think he cares. There's still a few things that we're all learning still, but I asked Dr. Shiva if that's Jordan. Okay. Dr. Shiva if Kitsasol could cure dementia. It was an interesting question. And asked him. No, ask him, Jordan. Ask him if he can create a test to see if somebody's taken the mRNA COVID vaccine. That's it. That's all you have to ask him. Can you make a test through saliva or blood that would prove that somebody has taken that vaccine or not? If you can't, cool. If you can't, whatever. If you can, awesome. All right, so I'm going to go now. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Hope to talk to you all soon. I'm going to shut this puppy down. But first, I got to say, Pam, do your fucking job or get off the pot. Aloha to everybody. And yes, I do care. I still care. I always care. Always, always.